Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to What's the Damage, the good old WTD question mark here on my channel. And random fun fact, this is the longest running series on this channel here. My very first video ever was What's the Damage. I had no idea it was going to become a thing with hundreds of videos, talking about, stuff that I don't like and complaining, ranting, I just kind of did it. I put the title there, What's the Damage, and just went on, all these years later I'm still here going strong. And oh boy, I'm tired today, guys. I am exhausted. I haven't had the good night's sleep in days, but the show must go on. I could be napping right now, but I'm here recording videos for you guys because, got also my hipster look. I'm looking really, really hipster today, aren't I? But it's cold here in Sao Paulo today, man. That's why I'm wearing this damn beanie and this long sleeve shirt. So anyway, despite being What's the Damage, today's topic is something that I actually enjoy a lot. I really like talking about. I'm pretty sure you guys know at this point that I'm a big fan of gaming, I like talking about games and reviewing them on my channel, playing them as well, talking to people about them, sharing comments, and feedback. So today's video is going to be about that, but it's going to be me shedding it in a negative light, giving my feedback about it because I'm not a big fan of this, I'm not a big fan of all the video game simulators. Now hold the phone, you might be thinking, isn't every single video game already a simulator? Like, aren't all games, simulated, controlled environments for us to do whatever the hell we want? Yes, but today I'm talking about the literal simulators. Like, for example, a sports simulator is just that. It's a video game that will let you simulate a sports game, playing as a certain athlete, doing a certain thing, practicing a certain activity, Racing simulators, it's the same thing. It's you racing with cars all over a track, or maybe like Forza open world racing. There are war simulators, self-explanatory. You play games like Call of Duty and Battlefield to simulate war and simulate scenarios in combat. Fighting simulators, you guys get the idea, right? But today I'm going to be talking about the literal ones, the ones that simulate something that is very ordinary in real life, but maybe not the most enjoyable task in real life that we don't really enjoy doing. So that's why it's put into a video game, like, for example, I don't know, mowing the lawn or cooking food, or I don't know, freaking building a computer or something. I don't know, those kinds of things, putting a gun together. Like the literal simulator games that take something in real life, a regular menial everyday task, and converting it into a full-flown AAA title, That's what I'm going to be talking about. Not all of them are bad. I mean, the very first one, the one that started it all, that kickstarted the trend, was Microsoft Flight Simulator back in 1982. It released for the very crappy IBM PC, so it wasn't exactly, state-of-the-art or anything, but it was still pretty good. And it's obviously the longest running series in this video, that I'm going to talk about, because, it's still going on. The last release was back in 2020, but that was after, like, I think a 14 or so year period between games, and it looks amazing. It looks really well, and the series is still going strong despite, nearly 40 years in the market. It's basically you simulating flights, like you're inside of the cockpit controlling what the pilot's functions are, how they're going to do it, how they're going to take off, and then travel and land, but you can see outside of the plane. You can actually pilot the plane realistically, I think real life pilots use this all the time to actually simulate, landings, how they're gonna go. But in this case, it looks really well. I can't criticize it because I've never played any Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it doesn't really feel like my kind of game, It does look gorgeous, though, I will admit. And this is the one that began the trend of simulator games, although it is it's a very interesting concept for a game, I will admit. It looks gorgeous and it plays really well, I imagine. So before I continue, let's take a quick little look here at gameplay from Microsoft Flight Simulator, the latest one to boot. You gotta admit, it looks very impressive. It just looks amazing, man. That smooth transition there from the cockpit straight into the outside of the plane, For some reason, the clip that I got to show you guys, for some reason, it's like in Russian or Ukraine. I don't know. That's the only one that I could get, that would fit, and hopefully no copyright issues. So I don't even know what language that is, but at least you guys saw the gameplay, So that's how the game is. It simulates an experience that not everybody will ever be able to have in real life. Not everybody can study to become an airplane pilot, for example, So it's a good game. The concept is really, really good, and it's not lost on me. However, in 2008, there was this thing called Farming Simulator that kickstarted another trend, and there were a few games, you know. I think the latest one was back in 2021, last year, and as the name says, it's you simulating a farming experience, you know. Like, guys, I shouldn't have to say this, but farming is incredibly boring. Like, I don't even think people who make a living off of it enjoy doing it, you know, because sooner or later it's gonna get dull and tedious, you know. It's you planting seeds and watering them and just waiting for them to grow into, I don't know, vegetables or fruits or whatever, you know, so you can collect them and eat them and sell them, whatever, what have you, you know, agriculture. The whole agriculture culture is very encompassed in Farming Simulator, but it does not feel like a game. That is the point that I'm trying to make here, you know, because, dude, farming sucks. And I understand that maybe if you spend your whole life living in a big city, maybe you're curious about how farming works, you know. Maybe you're going to want to experience it one day, but you can't. So maybe playing a game like Farming Simulator can help you have that experience. I can get behind this 100%. That's awesome. That's amazing, you know. But it's still so boring. It's farming, man. This is, I mean, it's kind of like, it feels like a mobile game, like something that you would play on a phone or a tablet, like Farmville or some crap, you know. And then, excuse me, in 2014 we would have this thing called Goat Simulator, which is incredibly stupid, but I don't even think it falls into the same category as the other games, because it's not really simulating an actual goat in real life. Because goats, if you've played this game, you know what I'm talking about. Goats don't behave that way, you know. They give it superpowers and make it be a demon or a dragon or a flying goat or a whale, a bunch of crap, you know. It's a stupid game, and the developers knew it. The developers were aware that you were not supposed to take it seriously, okay. It's just a game to have fun, you know. But I still wanted to talk about it because it is still kind of like a simulator kind of game, you know. The next one, though, that was released 2 years later in 2016, which is American Truck Simulator. This is an example of something that's really dumb, because the gaming market today is oversaturated with racing games. We have what? Need for Speed, Forza, Grid, Gran Turismo, there's F1, Formula 1, you know, there's a bunch of different racing games that we can play today, you know, and they made one where it's literally just you driving American trucks around, you know, on the highways, different maps, you know. I'm not sure if you can race or anything, but it still seems so ridiculous, man. It's a game that simulates the experience of being an American trucker, which is not right up my alley, despite wearing a red flannel shirt today, you know. I look very much like a trucker, but it's just, it doesn't really seem like the kind of game that would ever interest me personally, you know. So I personally would never play it, you know. I don't think that American Truck Simulator has any attraction to it at all, no pun intended there, you know. But it's an example of a game that's made just to simulate something that you probably could do in real life if you know how to drive, you know. Get a trucker's license and just run down the highway, you know, it's not that hard. And then the same year we had what I believe is the best example that I'm going to share with you in this video of games becoming really dumb in this aspect. Job Simulator, you know. Oh, and by the way, 3 years later in 2019 there was a sequel called Vacation Simulator, which is literally the same thing. There's Job Simulator, which basically it can be played on the VR headset, you know, the Xbox Oculus Rift and the PlayStation VIDA, I think that's what it's called, you know. It works better in virtual reality because it's you simulating that you are working regular blue or white collar jobs, you know. So you can be a chef, you can be an office worker, you can be I don't know, you can be for example, you can be a car washer, you know, you can be whatever the hell you want. There are a lot of different jobs that you can play, but it's all so stupid, you know, it's all so dumb because, dude, I mean, you can even be a store clerk, you can help people buy stuff, you know, it's really dumb. It's like, imagine somebody who works at Walmart or Publix in real life and they play this game and it's like, okay, this is a bit too close to home, you know. I want to play games to get away from work, you know. And Vacation Simulator is even dumber because, dude, who wants to simulate a vacation? Who wants to simulate a vacation? We want to go on vacation. If you spend a year working your ass off and you want to relax and chill, maybe travel somewhere, you're not going to want to play a game that's going to simulate that because you're going to like die of depression, you know? It is the stupidest thing I have ever seen, man. Both games are just ridiculous. It's fun to see YouTubers play them because how they play, how they react, their commentary, but if you really stop to think about it, it's so I was going to say a word that I can't say on YouTube, but it's just really dumb, you know? Because it's not even a video game. It's a virtual reality experience, you know. It doesn't give you the feeling of playing an actual game. Just to give you a small idea of what I'm talking about, in case you think I'm exaggerating, take a look here now at a clip from Job Simulator.
Time to jump. This looks like it'll taste interesting. Delicious. Oh no, the boss bot is coming. Hey, human, you were doing a good job.
Dude, I mean, what? How is this even a video game, dude? How did the game developer put this out? You know, how did they release it into the wild with a straight face? You know, this it looks so far from a video game that it's not even funny. But from here on out, it does actually get worse because, well, you see, in 2018 there was this thing called Thief Simulator, which is basically you playing as a member of the mafia and you're tasked with stealing things here and there, as the name suggests. You know, and it's literally this. It's you pretending to be a thief. You know, I mean, have you ever played Grand Theft Auto? Any Grand Theft Auto game will grant you the same exact experience of being a thief and stealing things from people, you know? It's really not that hard, you know? You can play a game like Red Dead Redemption, you know? Like there are no shortage of games that have this element where you can basically be a malicious thief, you know? I have never played it personally, so maybe it actually is fun, I don't know, but it just seems really, really dumb, you know? And it's another example of how games are not being games anymore. They're just like glorified simulators that are making you do things that you may not even want to do in real life, you know? In 2019, there were two games that are actually excellent examples of this. The first being PC Building Simulator. Dude, building a PC in real life is hard, it's annoying, it costs money, you know, even if you're not the one who physically puts it together, it can still be an arduous process in general, you know, so a video game where you build a PC from scratch seems so stupid. How is this a video game? I mean, this is something that sells good on PC and Steam, you know, that's ironic, isn't it? Like, you finally build your PC, you know, your PC Master Race, whatever, your gaming PC, you know, you finally put it together, and then you go on Steam and you buy PC Building Simulator and play that game. My god, man, I don't know, it just seems way too arduous, but it doesn't compare to things like cooking, you know. Cooking is a pretty fun thing to do. I like to cook whenever I can, you know, making some food, desserts, you know, for lunch, dinner, that kind of thing. And you might think, well, cooking is awesome, you know, in real life, you know. I don't know how that would translate into a video game, and if you're curious, then go and play Cooking Simulator because it's a real thing. There is such a game called Cooking Simulator, also released in 2019, which is literally exactly what you just heard. It's simulating cooking. It's you play the game and you're basically like a chef preparing different meals, you know, I guess in a restaurant or at home or different areas, you know, making different kinds of dishes for customers. And it's not the same as Overcooked. The first Overcooked game and the second one were actually a lot of fun, but that's different. That's like action adventure stylistic moving out style of play, you know, that's actually arcade, so it's a lot of fun. It's different. There's a story, there is a lot of lore. Do not criticize Overcooked because I love those games, okay? Cooking Simulator is dumb though. It's really stupid, you know? And it's a game where you cook, man. Not even like in Zelda where you cook stuff to get health points or bonuses. No, you literally just cook. You make food. That's what the game is. But of course, it does not compare to 2020's Deer Simulator, which honestly, I played this game, you know, and it's just, dude. God, man. I don't even know where to begin with Deer Simulator. I really don't know where to begin with Deer Simulator at all because it's actually called Deer Simulator, your everyday average deer game, and it's literally everything in this game is bad, you know. I think it was made to be bad intentionally. The developers knew what they were getting into when they released this thing, you know, because it's just you playing as a deer going around. There's very crappy music. The controls are all wonky. There are a lot of bugs and glitches. It looks like a game from way back in the old consoles. It looked like maybe like a test drive for the PlayStation 1. It just really sucked, man, you know. It was a game that was clearly made just for gamers to get easy gamer score points, you know, and make really dumb gameplays reacting to it because it's just, it makes zero sense, man. It makes zero sense. And you can get superpowers and do stuff and shoot things, you know, and shoot animals and people. Then the police come at you, but the police are a bunch of ducks and bears and stuff, and there's this really crazy boss fight. I don't know how to keep describing this game. I really don't know how to keep describing. So let me just show you a clip of it so you can fathom for yourself the utter ridiculousness that it is. You know what, man? I don't even know. I don't even know, like, at all. You guys saw it for yourselves, you know, you just, okay. So anyway, in 2021, there was this sort of revolutionary step within the simulator genre because we had the release of Power Wash Simulator. Aside from Microsoft Simulator, this is probably the one game on this entire list here in this video that's actually good, because if you've never seen Power Wash Simulator, you know, I mean, like, it's basically a game where you take a power washer, you know, and as you can clean different things like vehicles and places like parks, playgrounds, houses, you know. And within the house, there are different things like chairs, tables, barbecues, you know. It's basically you being a power washer, you know, in the video game, like the job in real life. And the thing with this game is that it is incredibly satisfying to play, you know, because it allows your brain to enter a state of flow when you do the same menial task over and over again for many hours, you know. It's actually surprisingly relaxing. And if you've never even heard of this game, I'm going to leave a link up here to a video by the game theorists where they did exactly that, analyzing the science of Power Wash Simulator and how it hacks your brain into actually playing it, you know. It actually did really well, you know. It went very successful in the gaming market, and I wish I could play it. I saw Markiplier play the entire thing, you know, 9 episodes in total, and it's really relaxing to watch and might be even more to play. But it still begs the question, why? I mean, it's a video game where you're power washing things. It's a video game where you can power wash things in real life, you know. It's just like, it's not a game like Super Mario or Zelda Breath of the Wild or Assassin's Creed or Gears of War or Halo or Uncharted, The Last of Us. It doesn't have a story. It doesn't have lore. It's just you power washing stuff, you know. So can this really be considered a game? I mean, it's fun, sure, but it starts to kind of take away the essence of games in general as a whole, because they're supposed to be works of art, man. The games are starting to be seen more as an art form as the years go by. My back kind of started to ache, so I did this here. So games are starting to be seen more and more as an art form as the years go by, you know, but it still feels very strange, you know. Despite this particular power washing game actually being really good and successful, it still feels like we're going in a different direction here. And in the same year, we had a thing. Remember back in the beginning of the video how I talked about Farming Simulator? Well, in 2021, there was this thing called Lawn Mowing Simulator, and I am not making this up. There's literally a game where you mow lawns here and there, and if I thought farming was boring, holy hell, mowing the lawn. Who likes to mow the lawn in real life, man? Nobody enjoys cutting grass in real life. It's a very tedious task that might take forever, and it's not enjoyable, you know? You're there under the hot sun driving a lawnmower, cutting grass, then you have to come in and get rid of the details and snip them, you know? It's really annoying. I've never played this game and I don't want to. I have zero curiosity. I think that it's the first of its kind. I think that the first one was released last year, you know, and I've never even seen a gameplay of it or a trailer, but it seems so stupid, man. You're just sitting there mowing the damn lawn. How is this in any way enjoyable? You're mowing the damn lawn, dude. How could somebody make a game out of this? It seems so ridiculous. It's not even funny, man. You're mowing the stupid lawn. Who plays this? Like, imagine a streamer going on Twitch and playing this for like 2 hours, you know? I don't get it. And then, by the way, this year in 2022, there was this thing called Bakery Simulator, which I'm guessing is a spiritual successor to Cookie Simulator. I don't even know, dude. What can I even say about this? It's a game that simulates the experience of working in a bakery, you know? So you're gonna be making, I'm guessing, a lot of sweets like cakes and bread and other kinds of delicious treats, you know? What the hell is the point? If I play this game, I'm gonna gain 50 pounds just by looking at what I'm making, you know? It's gonna make me crave something sweet, man. It's annoying. Stop doing it. This is not what games are supposed to be like, man. This is getting so ridiculous. Before I continue and finalize, I'm gonna show you guys something here, but I'm going to actually show you because I really want to. I want you to see how the magic of Power Wash Simulator works. So that's the clip that I'm going to show here. Take a look at it and see how relaxing it is, and maybe, just maybe, let me know in the comments if it gave you any feelings of satisfaction right here. I already feel relaxed before watching it. Oh man, that game is so satisfying. I would love to play it, not just for my channel, but in real life. Why do I keep saying in real life? Is YouTube fake? Is it the multiverse? Is it like a parallel universe? I would love to play it outside of YouTube one day. I don't have a good PC, but maybe if it ever comes to consoles, which I'm pretty sure it will because of how successful it was, I'll definitely play it. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. I think that's where this video is gonna end. You know, in my opinion, these simulators, these literal simulators are starting to take away from the essence of what games actually are and what they represent. I'm all for developers trying something new and thinking outside the box, you know, but some of these just seem so ridiculous to me, you know, because it's weird, man. You know, I mean, some of them, like I mentioned, are just you simulating things that you would do in real life, you know, like if you're a chef in real life, why would you play a game where you cook stuff, you know? That's like, I mean, well then again, if a war veteran plays like Call of Duty or Battlefield or Brothers in Arms, no, Medal of Honor, like is it gonna give him PTSD or something? Because he did it in real life. Like, do athletes play the games that their sports correspond to and play as themselves? It's gonna go down a really deep rabbit hole. Let's just finish here. So, in my opinion, they are very stupid. Some are actually okay, you know, there are some that do try to give you something unique and creative, and that's cool. But I think the vast majority are just stupid, man. I'm probably gonna have nightmares about Job Simulator at some point in my life, I guarantee you. My God, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I would love to hear what you guys think about it in the comments below, okay? In my opinion, they're just getting stupid, you know? They are starting to hit an unrealistic peak, you know? And I just, I just don't know. I just don't know where it's gonna go, you know. They're starting to just climb towards the nether world here, you know, and I just want games to go back to being AAA titles, you know. But okay, so here's the thing, guys. I'm going to apologize if I don't seem very enthusiastic. I'm just so tired, and you guys may have noticed that I missed an upload. There's gonna be a day that I didn't upload because I was so busy with things, you know. I'm going for my driver's license, and it's a very long process before even starting it, you know. So yesterday, the day before this video was recorded and hopefully will be uploaded, I was so busy I had no time to do anything, so unfortunately I missed a day, but don't worry because I'm gonna have a lot of surprises to make up for it, you know. So that's it, guys. I'm really tired. I'm exhausted. If you catch me glancing below my camera, it's because I have a little light meter there to see how things are going, if the lighting is okay, this and that. So let's just see how the visor is. And that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. I really want to hear your opinions. I really do. I'm curious, so let me know. Shout out in the comments below. If you happen to like this video, please go ahead and give it a like and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, please hit the notification button to know exactly what time I upload because it's videos every single day on the Chazzy channel. And that's it, guys. This is Chazzy signing out for now. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.